Assalamualaikum second year class, how are you? Today is the topic that is about the polymerization process, and that is on page number 269. Polymerization process, that are of two types. One is the additional polymerization and other is the condensation polymerization. Addition polymerization, in this type of the polymerization, free radical addition reactions involve three types of the processes. One is the initiation, and other is the propagation, and third one is the termination. In these process polymerization of styrene, we will see the polymerization of styrene. In this process, in first reaction, as you can see that on page number 270, the first reaction occurred in the presence of heat. In this reaction, this group, and this is the, in this process the organic peroxide, it will heat it, and there is the generation of the free radical, and the carbon dioxide gas will remove from this compound. And then the propagation, in the propagation, the styrene that will react with this alkyl group, this is the free radical alkyl group, and it will convert it into this one free radical. The next free radical will again react with the styrene, and it will convert it into this type of the compound, and it is also the free radical containing free radical, and this free radical then again react with the styrene, it will convert it into this product. Okay. And in termination reaction, the number of this product, they will react with the R alkyl group and convert it into this type of the polymer. Okay. Then the concentration polymerization, in this condensation polymerization process, mutual reaction of the two functional groups that will be occurred. Okay, then it takes place the both end of the growing chain. For example, in this reaction, the dicarboxylic acid, they will react with the alcohol. That will be the also the diol. Okay, it will be converted, and in this reaction, the nylon and the polyester fiber will be produced, and it usually used in clothes, and as well as in making the water tanks. Okay. This type of the condensation polymerization that form the polyesters, these are used in the clothing and in the water making of the water tanks. Then the brief description of the synthetic polymers. Polyvinyl chloride, it will be formed, and the process that the temperature will be required temperature, that is the 52 degrees Celsius and 9 atmospheric pressure. Whenever the vinyl chloride that will reacted with this vinyl chloride, it will convert it into the polyvinyl chloride. Okay. Polystyrene, in this styrene will be converted into the polystyrene, and this type of the, it is used for the food containers and cosmetic bottles, toys, and the packing material, this type of the polystyrene. And the polyvinyl acetate, this is the colorless and the non-toxic resin, and it having the characteristics order, it having a peculiar order, and they are used as the adhesive material and the binder of the emulsion paints. And then acrylic resin, in acrylic resin, the acrylic acid, and this type of the closely related to the vinyl resin. The important monomers, acrylic resins, and that is the methyl meta acrylate, and the acrylonitrile, these are the used, and this type of the acrylic resin, they will be used in the manufacturing of plastics, paint and car industries, and water based weather resistance paint. It is used in the paint polyvinyl acetate, where weather resistant paint will be required in such places, and it is also used in the plastics. And the polyester resins are the product of the reaction of alcohol and with the aromatic bifunctional acid. That this is the reaction that you have studied previously, condensation, polymerization. In this type of the polymerization, an alcohol and a dye acid they will used, and therefore there is a polymerization of due to the removal of the water of the methanol. Okay, and this type of the polyester resins, these are used in the clothes and the water tanker. Okay, next we will move towards the polyamide resin, and this polyamide resin that will be on the page of the 272. The polyamide resin, these resins are found by the concentration of the polyamide with the aliphatic dicarboxylic acids. Okay, this is the adipic acid. This is the diol, because there are the two hydroxyl groups are present, and it will reacted with the methylene diamine. It will convert it into the nylon. As you know, that is a mainly textile fiber. It is used in the its combination of the high strength electricity and toughness and the abrasion resistance. This type of the polymer is very resistive towards the environmental conditions, and it having the elasticity, sorry, and having the toughness. Then the epoxy resin, it is due to the presence of the due to the epoxy. This is due to the name of the reactants which are used in this type of the resin. The fundamentally polyester will retain the name on the basis of their starting material and the presence of epoxy group in the polymer. This is the epoxy group, and the epoxy resin is made by condensing epichlorohydrin with diphenyl propane. Okay, the major use of epoxy resin in coating material, which give toughness, flexibility, adhesion, and the chemical resistance. Chemical industrial materials, it is used in the thermal station, packing material, and coating with the epoxy paints. Dams, bridges, floors are painted with the epoxy resin because there is the environmental conditions, they are very drastic. Therefore, in these type of the like dams, bridges and floors, the paint which contain the epoxy resin will be preferred because they are resistive in nature. Okay, this is all about today's lecture. Inshallah, we will start in next lecture from biopolymers. Till then, okay, Allah Hafiz, take care of yourself.